Okay, I want to tell you a story, and hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, let's keep that mic somewhere where you can hear me. So, story I want to tell you, it's actually a true story that I only just heard about in the last 24 hours. So imagine you're living in the United States. You're 36 years old. You've been out all day, or for a few days, and you've been out filming a series of videos for YouTube for your channel. You're driving home to your wife and your kids. It's a perfect night. It's 10 o'clock at night. And on the way home, you stop at a red light, because you've got to stop at red lights. Coming up behind you is a Dodge truck. Dodge truck is driven by a guy high on drugs. You're in a 35 mile per hour zone. That truck is so high, well, the driver's so high, he doesn't realise you're in front of him. It hits you at close to 100 mile per hour. It sends that car that you're sitting in like a tin can, and it throws you clear across the highway. 5 weeks later, your wife turns off your ICU. Now that's the story I woke up and heard this morning, and it blew me away. It's a YouTuber I've been following. He's been on YouTube just on 2 years, and I reckon I've known him since about June, July last year. That's when I started following him. There's been too many people profiting from his death, so I'm just going to put the link to this man in the description. You can go and read about it in the description. But that's how I started my day. I was blown away. I'm not using a script, and hopefully you can see me, because I'm trying this weird lighting setup here at the moment. So with the YouTube history after that for me last night, the first thing I did was I thought, I'm just going to go whatever the algorithm throws at me, whatever the recommended video is. I needed to just get a million miles away from it. And when I find my history button here, welcome to the slow world, history. The first thing that came up for me was from New Mexico. Eat, drink and be Joneses. Be real, let's be real, was the video that I actually watched. And lo and behold, I went into that video feeling really shallow. I thought, can you imagine you've come home, like you've gone out to do a YouTube video, and I go out every day to do YouTube videos, but you never come home. It's just, it's sad, I'm not emotionally sad, I'm just physically sad, if that makes sense. So, the algorithm actually picked a video that was filmed in the neighbouring state to where this guy died, and it's actually about, the authentic living of Indigenous people in New Mexico. And the channel that I'll put up in the description was about the authentic living of people from New Mexico. So it was really spooky how the algorithm jumped straight to that. Got even spookier. The Joneses were talking about me, and I get bashful, and I'm here to help men's mental health, I want you guys to wake up and realise you're here for a short time. Whether you're going to get killed tomorrow sitting in a traffic light, or you're going to go for a jog and not come back. That's what this channel's for, mental health. And I'm going to tell you little stories each day about things that have happened, and people that I know that have died, and how they've died, and real life events. Try and wake you up. What did I read today? We had 19 suicides this month in Melbourne, in our city, and we averaged 9 a month. So what are we now, 7 days in, and we've gone through the roof. I can't see the sky, it's raining up here, but it's probably a full moon coming. I'm going to do a video on our suicide rates and our lunacy, and the idiots that we have to deal with at work goes through the roof on a full moon. Anyway, that was the first video I watched. From there, I went and had a pool party. When I can find the pool party, I'll let you know. It's in here somewhere. Oh, I've lost it. There she is. A day in my life. Big chillin' in memory of our dog. And once again, algorithm. I've been posting about losing my dog. What's the second recommended video it gives to me? And the Joneses were talking, I think it was Joneses. Joneses were talking tonight when I got home about how the AI tracks you, what AI do you use. Talk about tracking me. So I found Rel Myers. I'm going to put all these videos in the description, so don't need to take notes. And she was going down to Mississippi. Just got to bear with me, this is 22 hours ago. This is a long day. I only had 4 hours sleep in the last 24 hours. She was going down to Mississippi, visit some friends or family, and it's their pool party and talking about the loss of their dog. And I got chatting with her, and it was nice to talk to her. She's actually a nice lady. And I'm going to be following her vlogs as well. Squeezing over past that, I went and looked at something really weird. The Pentax 17 shooting in Shabatun Zoo somewhere. It was shooting, and it's only had 107 views. And I want to talk to this guy. I meant to write a comment on his video, but I'll put it down there. I went out today and I shot the Pentax 17 as well. I got the film back in just over an hour. The lab was so fast. And I've got a following on this channel for the Pentax 7, and I use film for my mental health more than I use digital. You know, when I'm having a bad day, I take a film camera. When something's upset me, I take a film camera in town. So today I took a film camera in town. I shot just 72 photos you get on that camera, because a half frame. And then I shot 72 images, but I'll put those photos up later in the week, maybe tonight, maybe later in the week, and I'll put them up just as a Pentax 17 slideshow, because if I put them on the end of this video, help me out with maths here, they're going to go 720 seconds roughly. That'll make the video too long, way too long. And I hope you can hear me. This jacket's keeping me warm and the Vespa hasn't fallen over yet. I got on to, who did I get onto after that? Oh, I won't mention his name and I won't put it on there. This man started his YouTube career in Australia, moved overseas, became huge, like, you know, I don't think he's got 1 million followers, but he's right up there. He did all this in 2 years, by the way. He's somewhere around 800,000 followers. He then moved back to Australia, stayed here for a year, like, yeah, he went overseas for a year, came back here for a few months, and spent the whole time in Australia rubbishing the people and telling us how much, you know, well, he literally called us wankers. He did not like the Australian government. He thought because he had so many YouTube followers that he should be given goat status in this country. He hightailed it out of here, got booted out, immigration chucked him out, and he's gone back in, I don't know what third world country he's living in now, but his video came up on my recommended feed. So I watched it, and it actually showed my city 2 years ago before we started demolishing things and rebuilding things. So I got a little bit out of it, but it's just one of those pesky YouTubers that while you're watching the video, every second let's say it's a 10-minute video, you'll get told 30 times in that 10 minutes with little thumbnails down here or little words here, or he'll actually tell you, go to my store, buy this, go to my store, buy this, go to my store, buy this, go. You know what the channel's about. It's not about helping people, it's about helping themselves get rich. Well, you know. Then I got on to Louis, Is This Still Fun? I haven't actually finished that one yet. It's still only half watched, so I can't talk about that. I got onto Julian, vlogging when you got nothing to say. He's actually done well with it, 607 views. And the one I started today, yeah, I had a great day watching this one. Tony D. Vera? Oh, I really hope I got that right. Should I bite that apple? And he's talking, I've only got so far into it, he was talking about he's not an Apple user. When he was at school, he was the one known as the not Apple person guy. He's not the Apple guy kind of thing. For 30 plus years I've been known as the not Apple guy, so straight away I related to what he said. And he said, oh, you know, you can remember when he got the iPod mini or whatever it's called, the little silver one, and we've got one inside here, we still have it, the first iPod that came out. And that got me thinking, when I was at school we were getting Walkmans, Sony Walkmans, and CD players, you know, and cassette players. Don't worry about me coughing, just cold air. So that's another channel you really got to check out. I'm going to put that down below. These are all good. This is building your community. This is helping your mental health. Talk to people, get out, meet people. I'll give you some chats I had today too, real life chats, not just these YouTube chats in a second, give me a chance to get through all this. And then, yeah, I finished my day. This is 22 hours since I started this, but I just watched this video nearly in the entirety. I've got about 1 minute to go. Is AI making us smarter, or is DJ, you know, or Eat, Drink and Joneses again? I have nearly finished watching that, and then I had to come out here. And good job, Ricky. Course correction. That was the other one I watched too. And Drew. This is really embarrassing too, Drew. This is extremely embarrassing. I did not know of the word vox pop. I said it to my missus and she nearly fell off the chair laughing. She knows it. She's, you know, the queen of vox pop apparently. But I'd never heard the term. I'm used to man on the street terms. Anyway, Drew mentioned it the other day and I looked it up. I've spent a lot of time looking up vox pop. And ironically, it's something I've been doing without a camera for quite a while. And when I looked up how long it's been around for about 3,000 years. The vox pop style interviewing. So it's not new. I've just been living under that rock over there and didn't know about it. But yeah, I'm going to start talking to people soon. Probably next week when I'm in Hobart. I might start it then. But today we're on the train. You know, 40-minute train trip in. Train's packed. I managed to get a seat next to this guy and he looked visibly nervous. Now, you know, I checked immediately. I'm wearing a railway uniform and I said to him, I'm not a ticket inspector. You know, thinking he's worried that I'm the ticket inspector. I'm not. I'm a train driver, but I'm not an inspector. And he turned to me and said, no, I've been working from home for the last 6 years and I've just got to start back at work yesterday. And it's my second day back in the office. Mike's his name. I know he's subbed. His sub warrior's on the thing. We chatted for a good 40 minutes on that train trip and went, you know, he left with a smile and I hope he had a good day. That's all I'll say. We just had a great chat. And that's what you've got to do. You've just got to talk to people. You know, if you see people get on the train, the first thing they do is they put a pod thing in their ear and they put their phone up and they watch a video and they disappear. First thing I do when I get on a train is I look for someone in distress and I go and have a chat to them. So I got off the train. First thing I did is go up to 5 Points, had me coffee, which was fantastic. I didn't vlog at all in there today. Normally I vlog or I do some filming. I just chatted with the barista for a little bit, passed the time. Generally I chilled out a little bit. It's sort of how I centered myself, and I was trying to figure out the weather because we had 50 kilometre hour northerly winds, we had passing showers, we had sunshine coming in, and I'm sitting here with a film camera thinking, this is not the right weather to be shooting film, so what can I do? You know, I've been in this city 8 years, so I am running out of things to shoot film of, or shoot anything of. And I found 72 photos. One of the photos, by the way, is the photo I took of you on Sunday session when I took the flash photo. I got that photo back today. So I don't think any of you were smiling in the photo. But yeah, I took a photo with the flash and I got that camera and that table and that door. So that's quite cool. But from that barista, the next person I talked to was the next barista. I do drink too much coffee. And that was, I have a barista on the west side, I have a barista on the centre of the city, and I have a barista on the eastern side of the city. And I have one on the south. I don't go north. Not often anyway, it's too far to walk. So I got chatting to them and they were explaining how they weren't too happy about the weather. Talk about weather. If you're just with a stranger, talk about weather. The easiest thing, you know. Everybody's got an opinion on weather. And yeah, we chatted about the weather for a few minutes, and she explained how she's got a 150 metre walk from her tram stop back to her uni accommodation and didn't have an umbrella, and we found her an umbrella. I won't ask to explain it that, but we found her an umbrella. It was just, that's conversation number 2. Here is conversation number 3. I had 5 conversations today. Right, 5 really decent ones. I ran into some film guys who shoot Nikons, old Nikons, FM3s and stuff like that. And they were out the front, just young blokes. A lot of the young people, 20-somethings are right into film at the moment. So we got chatting about, there's a new film lab opened up in Melbourne, so we got chatting about the film lab, and we had, one stage we had 11 labs in Melbourne, and then we got down to 2, and I think we're back to about 8 or 9 labs that do film right in the city. Hey, film's good. I shoot monochrome film. Monochrome is better for your health, better for this brain. You're not distracted by colour, and you're thinking and composing. Alright, so I've got to explain the talk. I think I've done enough for a Tuesday night vlog. I hope you all are staying safe. Just remember, next time you leave home, give your wife a hug, give your partner a hug. Because you just don't know when you're not coming home, There's one other thing I'll add to that too. I've got to judge how well people will go with some of these stories. But I started shooting a film today, and when I realised where I was standing, I was actually standing on where the body of a suicide victim was. A story that I remember from my youth. It's over 30 years ago, but it's a horrific story. And I looked up, I took a photo of the building that they threw themselves off, and there's a series of stories like that in Melbourne of people who have suffered severely with mental health issues, and rather than take it out on themselves, have gone violent and taken it out on the streets of Melbourne and then killed themselves. And that was one such story. But apart from that, who else do I chat with? Oh, it's been a long day. I don't know. Brain's not working. Anyway, I won't ramble on. I've got to put this bike to bed. I've got to hope that you can see me, because right now all I can see, you're 5 metres away from me at the moment. You're right over there. And all I can see is a dark LCD screen. So I hope this worked. Otherwise you're going to have a black vlog with talking. Once again, talk to your significant other people in your life. When you do go out to shoot, when you do go to work, don't just walk out the front door, because, something may happen. And with your YouTube, on your computer, and I've been doing this for a long time, have folders set up on your computer that clearly state YouTube videos. Really itemise what the videos are called. I've got over 150 videos sitting there waiting to upload to YouTube. Now, some of them may never go on YouTube. Some of them I filmed 2 years ago may never go on YouTube, but they're there. And if something happens to me, which if something happened to me tonight, there's 150 months of videos sitting on there. And with this YouTuber that I started the story about, his wife's continuing his channel using video footage that he shot that has never been released. So over the last few months, she's been releasing more videos, more of his work. Because, the guy was a genius. He was an amazing guy. Anyway, we only live once. We've got to enjoy life. Ciao. I'll stop talking. Talk to me. Talk to you. Bye, people.